Right, so it's you again, and then welcome back again. I'm happy you've stayed glued this far, and then you have stayed glued to the program this far. I hope you're enjoying the videos so far. So, however, if you have any feedback on how we can actually, or how I can actually improve this video, or how we can deliver better, or help you learn better, please ensure to send us a contact message, and then share your feedback with us. So in the last video, we actually learned what search engine is all about, and then what SEO is all about, and what is organic results and what is paid for. So now I believe you understand what organic results are and what paid ads are. So in this video today, we're going to talk about crawling and indexing, which is basically a process that Google use to access different websites or collect data from different websites, store them, and send that back to the user, which is you, when they input a search query on their platform. So basically, let us talk about it. So immediately when you hear crawling, what is probably going to come to mind is maybe a child or a baby, sorry, crawling all around the house and things like that. Well, that may be the case and maybe not. However, in the case of search engine optimization, when you hear the word crawling, it is a process whereby search engine bots crawl the websites, collect data about the websites, and then there is another process called indexing. And then this process called indexing is the process where they store the collected data. So crawling is the process of screening the websites and going through the websites to collect data, while indexing is the process of storing the data. So these two process is the process that search engines use to collect data about several websites and then store them before they send results to the end user who use their who would eventually input a search query. So before I move on to the next slides, some key terms are important for you to know here. One of them is spiders. So spiders are basically crawling bots. So these are the bots that crawls the websites to collect data. There's another term called seeds. Seeds are basically URLs or links of the website, the domain of the website, the links of the website, the URL of the website. These are called seeds. So this crawling bot would store several data, with seeds or the URL. So the URL in this case is just like the file name, or the seeds in this case is just like the file name. Another term that is important for you to know or understand is SERP. So SERP basically means search engine results page, and then it is basically in the first video I showed you the results page of Google. You're used to the results page of Google already. The results page of Google is the search engine results page, just as the name implies. And the last thing is indexing, which I just explained earlier, that basically it is a process of storing the data collected through crawling. So now you know and you understand that. So now you know and you understand that crawling is the process of, like, the 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 set of code, the Google set of code, or the Google bot going through several websites, crawling through several websites to collect data about the website to determine what the website is all about. And then, indexing is the process of storing that data before they send it to the final user. All right. So let's just go on to the next slide and see, like, a diagram or a sketch that kind of like better explains this process. So as you can see right here, um there is the spider, which is like the same as the crawling boat. That would go on several websites to determine what the website page or what the website is all about. It will crawl the website, collect data about the website, and then it will send the data to the Google Cloud or the Google database. The process of like sending that data and saving that data is called indexing. The process of saving that data is called indexing. Now, this is where all of that aligns with you, the final user. When you put in a query into the system or into search engine, the search engine algorithm, which is just basically a set of code, would look into the stored data that they have already, and then would determine what website or which website, based on the data that they have, is relevant to your search query. So you put in a search query, Google would look into the data that they have already that has been indexed, and then would determine what website is relevant to your query. Then it will send you the result on your computer screen. So this process is the process of crawling and indexing, and then how all of that, how crawling and indexing aligns with showing the final results. Looking at this example, which is similar to the example that I showed you earlier, of running shoes anyway. What you can see right here is that I just put in a query of Nigerian flag, and the results page brings a lot of like pictures and several things like that. Right. So it would have gone through a process of like, crawling and, you know, indexing, and, the ranking algorithm or the search engine algorithm doing its thing to determine what data is relevant to me before it actually showed me the final result. So basically, that is what crawling and indexing is all about. Crawling is the process of collecting website data. Indexing is the process of saving the data. In the next video, we're going to talk about search engine algorithm. We're going to talk about, what search engine algorithm is all about, and how search engine algorithm, aligns with SAP, which is the search engine results page, to determine how the final result is being shown to you, the user. I hope you stay glued. I hope you stay disciplined, and I will see you in the next video.